you need pain in your life. Okay? First of all, there is no such thing as bad pain. That doesn't exist. Okay? Pain is good. Now, I'm not saying you should feel like complete crap all the time. I'm not saying you should suffer from a chronic illness. Of course, fucking not. But what I am saying is that pain is a signal. And you can't be a twat and try to run away from it. No, you need to understand it and you need to use it. Okay? So, because essentially, only cowards fear pain. And you might ask, what do you mean only cowards fear pain? Well, because if you knew the true power of pain, in the sense that what it's actually telling you, you're at the gym, building muscle hurts, okay? Let's say you got kicked off from your job. Well, that hurts. But what does that pain tell you? Where does that pain want to push you? Because it's not to be a loser. It's not to be in a worse situation than what you were yesterday. It's absolutely not. Okay? And so avoiding pain is literally the worst move on the board. Okay? Going into your own shell, shielding yourself from the outside world. It's like if you're broke, okay? Not looking at your bank account isn't gonna fucking make you rich, is it? Okay? So, because here's what happens. You're broke, you don't look at your bank account in order to not feel the pain, and because you don't feel the pain, you're not inclined to do anything about that whole fucking situation. So you just end up digging yourself a hole. Because that's what happens. And that's exactly what you don't want to do. Okay? Like, look, you're a human being. And especially as a man. Like, life is uncomfortable. It just is. Okay? You can't grow without pain. And like, you'll have to do some uncomfortable shit. Okay? Like even when I was doing door-to-door sales, the weather's shit. You haven't got on a sale all day. Still have to go there. Ain't gonna get any easier. Okay? Now there are different types of pain. So obviously there is pain in the sense of physical pain, like someone punches you in the fucking face. That's one sort of pain. But then there's all this emotional crap. Now, like all of these negative feelings, now I wouldn't consider anger or rage or hate to really be emotional pain. It's more like this heartbreak sort of thing. More this I didn't get the job I wanted, that sort of thing. More that type of pain. Okay. And so here's the thing. Negative emotions are painful. Okay. But what you're not gonna do with these negative emotions, let's say you push for a job, you see this other motherfucker across the street pushing for the same job, and let's say you don't get it. Okay. What you're not gonna do is be like, oh well, I guess he deserves it. No. You need to stop being humble with this shit. You need to stop thinking about it so damn logically. Now you need to sit there and go, okay, fuck that guy. I wanna be better. Like, take that pain and learn to channel it. Okay? And this goes to a bit of a deeper layer. And I'll get back to this. But essentially, like, when you get a bad emotion, let's say you're sad, and especially as a man, you want to find a way to turn that sadness into aggression. Okay? And then you push. Okay? That's how you're gonna move. Now, here's the thing. There is no light without dark. Okay? You look at all these winners. You look at Kobe Bryant. Got the Mamba mentality. You look at Michael Jordan. Now, of course, Michael Jordan wasn't a psychopath, or isn't, but the mentality of these people who actually are winning is absolutely and utterly fucking ruthless. And it's not all of this happy, jolly side to them. No. You're dealing with a layer of darkness, with pain. With I could have done one more. Fuck that guy. Fuck these people in school who told me I couldn't do this, this and this. Okay? That's the sort of energy you need. Okay? Because here's the thing. That loser who doesn't have jack shit. Okay? Winners and losers feel the same shit. You have the same emotions. Maybe not to the same extent, but same emotions still. And so it's not the emotions, it's not the input. It's what you do with the input that matters. Okay? It's what you do when you get pissed off that matters. Okay? It's what you do when you feel the pain. Like in the gym, you feel pain. Of course you do, because you're building muscle. So, what do you decide to do with the information? You have this jacked guy. Oh shit, I feel pain. Okay, let's push harder. Motherfucker goes all in. But then you got this other motherfucker who's like, I don't like pain. Stops mid-set. And never grows any muscle. So what do you do when you get the information where your body is telling you, shit man, this hurts? What do you do with that information? Okay? Because that's gonna either make or break you. Here's the thing. And this is something Bruce Lee said. About only starting to count reps when it started to hurt. Like doing crunches or something. Okay? Pain is not the end. You don't stop at the pain. Pain is the start. Okay? Pain is when you go through the fucking wall. Pain is when you're at the tipping point and you're ready to rise to the next level. That's where pain is. And you can go through it. Okay? So you need to think about your life and you need to feel the pain around you. Okay? Like think about what pisses you off. And you need to take that energy that God given to you, that the universe has given to you, that is right there in your hands, and you need to channel it. Okay? So get pissed off. And then what you do with being pissed off is you turn it into aggression. Aggression exists for a reason. Now you don't want to mischannel this. Don't go be a retard with it. Okay? Don't go waste time. No, take the aggression. Think about that motherfucker in traffic who pissed you off. And channel that negative emotion from that guy. Take it. Turn it into aggression. And channel it into your work. Channel it into your gym session. Okay? Because all of these negative emotions you can use as fuel. So you're effectively doing a disservice to yourself. You're shooting yourself in the goddamn foot if you're not channeling these emotions into something productive, into making yourself a better person. If these people in school hated you, if these people at that job didn't like you, well, guess what, motherfucker? Don't let them win. You're gonna take their energy that they gave you for free. Okay? It's like the idea of all publicity is good publicity. If they like you, good, you boost your ego. If they don't, you take their energy. Okay? Take their energy and turn it into something productive. Turn it into becoming a better version of yourself. Okay? So, when it comes down to sadness, okay, you need to find a way to channel that into aggression. You need to stop being a victim. Okay? Like, you're sad if you feel like you can't do something about it. So you need to find a way where you're not sad anymore. Like, no. I'm gonna show these motherfuckers. Just take that sadness and you turn it into action. Okay? Like people are sad that some chick left them, people are sad that they lose their job, people are sad for whatever the fuck reason. That's free gym motivation. Okay? If no one believes in you, that's not a reason to get sad and be there like, no one believes in me. No. If no one believes in you, you need to learn to get pissed off instead of getting sad. Because that allows you to take massive action with the fuel that you have. Okay? Because you can have more energy. There is more energy in your environment than you currently see. Okay? You just need to learn to use pain as fuel. Okay? So you need pain in your life. Because you're not gonna get to the level of success that someone like Kobe had. Unless you learn to channel pain. You think Mike Tyson became a heavyweight champ without any pain at all? The fucking Khabib against Conor fight in the UFC. You think Khabib didn't feel any pain for that fight? No. All of these motherfuckers felt pain. Like, there will be sleepless nights. That's life. But you need to channel that into being relentless. Like David Goggins said, nothing wants to stand in front of anything that is relentless. If you, instead of suffering from pain, can learn to thrive on pain, instead of getting swallowed by the wave, you learn to stay on top of the wave, nothing's gonna stand in your way. By the sheer will of nature, by the laws of the universe, nothing's gonna stand in your way. And here's something that might help a bit. It's like David Goggins talking about taking souls. Like breaking whatever is in front of you. Going so much further than anyone could possibly believe. That whatever the fuck is in front of you has no other option than to break and fall into pieces and let you through. Okay? Because that concept, taking souls, allows you to take your misery, your sadness, and turn it into something that's... Nah, I'll show these motherfuckers. They ain't gonna know what hit them. And that's where you wanna go. There's also this book by Ryan Holiday, who's, I suppose, an author, potentially a philosopher, if you wanna call him that. Anyways, he wrote this book, The Obstacle is the Way. Now, the general idea of the book is this. You work on a business. At some point in that business, you will hit a wall, and you're not gonna know what to do. You might get pissed off, you might get angry, you might want to go somewhere else and avoid the wall. But really, he argues that wall becomes your mission. That wall becomes your path forward. Okay? So it's like the same thing as you're in the gym and you start feeling pain in your muscles. You're doing bicep curls and your like muscles like actually hurt, or you're doing legs. That then becomes the path forward. It's not, I feel pain, let me show you a way. No, it's I feel pain, let's find out where I can go. Let's find out what I can do. That's the right approach. So when there becomes... Like when you find pain, you want to dig in deeper. And you want to utilize it heavy. Not shy away from it. Like never let pain be a reason why you back down. Okay? You don't want to back down because of pain, because of fear, because of being a coward. Like, granted, you need to build up your resilience to pain, you need to learn to use pain, but generally, you don't want to back down because something is painful, because then you can grow. It's like there is a reason why it's called growth pain, okay? Like pain, and especially in the gym, pain is when you double down. You didn't win that championship and now you feel like shit. Well, that's when you double down, okay? You use it for fuel, and then you go harder than anyone else can, and you break whatever the fuck is in front of you. That's how you need to start thinking. You need to start learning to thrive in pain. Pain will come. I need to learn to thrive on it. Because worst case, like, the worst situation to be in is that you have no emotion. It doesn't matter if you're happy, it doesn't matter if you're angry, although anger is arguably more useful than happiness. Preferably you want both at the same time, but that's another thing. Look, conquest is your birthright. You're biologically made to do dope shit. So, when you feel pain, it's not a sign to back down. It's a sign to shut your brain off and go all in. Now here's the thing. You're gonna wake up one day. You're gonna be 30, whatever the fuck. And you're gonna be there. Where am I at right now? All these people who screwed me over. All these people who hated on me. That hurt me. Did I use all the fuel I could? Like, when you have these negative emotions, because they will fade with time. The question just is, did you use up all the fuel you could when you had it? And did you use it on something productive? Or did you skip? Because that's gonna make a massive impact on the way that your life is going to go. So when you ever you feel pain, use it for fuel and go win. I'll see you in the next one.